See, I don't care what you believe, read history. It's a historical fact. So the question we have to ask is, what will you do with this man of misery? 6 hours on a piece of wood, yet it completely changed history. See, what's weird though is we've pimped Jesus out, we've made his sacrifice foolery, like, oh, I'll go to church on Easter and make his cross nice jewelry. But see, the cross wasn't a symbol of faith, it was a symbol of death. I mean, imagine if someone had an electric chair hanging around their neck. So we have to ask what was different about the man that day that could turn an instrument that kills into something that saves. See, his cross was unique because he was innocent. God actually became a man. Now that's different. And on the cross he says, I'm not dying because of me, I'm dying because of you. Not just for the sins you have done, but for the ones you will do. And on the cross, God treated Jesus like he was us. Poured out his wrath on the Son so he might show that he's just. And he took our filth and he took our sin. And the beauty is when you trust in Jesus, you're included in him. But first, walk with me what it must have been like that night when the Son of God looked like he lost the fight. No heartbeat, no breathing, no sign of life. Jesus tasted death, and it didn't feel right. Have you ever let that sink in? That Jesus died. No, really, that Jesus actually died. 3 days in the tomb, lifeless laid his remains, like the king had given up his crown, like he'd given up his reins. But all of a sudden, come Sunday, something started to change. From the grave, you heard a thump, and blood started pumping in his veins. Heart beating, blood pulsing. Instantly Satan felt his power break because the Son of God was dead. Now the Son of God is awake. And every breath that he took was another punch to Satan's face, saying we are not under law, but we are under grace. So celebrate, because when Jesus went to the grave, you did too. And when he rose from the grave, your life became new. He said, my job is finished, let your new life begin. You can actually have freedom. Stop wallowing in your sin. The chains have been broken. The stone's been rolled away. God doesn't love a future you. He actually loves you today. You're clean. You're blameless. The curse has been squashed. That's all baptism is. It's just showing you've been washed. So rejoice, because we aren't awaiting the verdict. He already said not guilty, and the resurrection proves he assured it. See, because we couldn't pay our bill, and Jesus took the tab, walks over and says, I'll take care of that. So we don't have to pay for our debt. In fact, God doesn't even expect it, because the cross shows payment given, resurrection shows payment accepted. And the resurrection, it made us perfectly spotless when we were spiritual whores. Because when he walked out of the grave, he left our sin on the floor. And he turned around and looked at where his body lay and said, sin? Yeah, that's where you're going to stay. So live in freedom because you are free. The resurrection is just a stamp saying it's a guarantee. A royal decree saying you're children of the King. So church, lift your voices. Together, let's sing.